It's home. Yeah, it's been a while since we broke out something a little silly, so why not? Should pick that back up again. Maybe just start a whole new playthrough, actually. I know where I left off. I'm gonna be poorly motivated to continue from that point. Like, pretty much Rusty Bucket Bay is kinda the worst in the game, honestly. Like, you don't keep, you have to get all of the, notes in one go if you want them. If you want 100% them. But if you die, you lose all of them. So, and Rusty Bucket Bay is, particularly heinous on that front, I'll be honest. There's a lot of faultier death spots on rotating platforms. Yeah. They're not fun. If I had any kind of like ROM hack edit of Banjo-Kazooie, if I had like to make one quality life change, it would be you keep notes when you collect them. At least, I don't mind every map except Rusty Bucket Bay. If there was an edit just for Rusty Bucket Bay where you keep your notes when you die, I wouldn't care. Like, the rest of it's actually, I don't mind. Dear gods. Ugh. And I know that's exactly where my last playthrough left off. Because of course that's where it would leave off. The worst place. Sorry for the slightly late start tonight. Yeah, something happened. Yeah. Something happened nearby, and I had to figure out what it was. So, didn't find anything? I heard something fall over and couldn't find anything. Oh, from Gut Muscles. Yeah, yep, I've seen the Hildy. She looks pretty good. I'm curious to see what Larkspur Prime is like. I think it's supposed to have like better crit and stuff, so should be interesting. Right. I have studio mode, otherwise everyone's gonna see my heinous desktop of 8 shortcuts, and one of them is a Dragon Quest. Alright, let's get Sable up. Actually, my desktop background actually isn't awful. It's heavily upscaled using Dolphin. Screenshots of the opening screens for Muramasa. Got a BP from Random Puppy, nice. Oh, right, yep. We did the worm yesterday. That might be evident. We completed Pyrosta's great bowel journey. Yeah, Blazing Pillage is pretty much the way to get around the fact that, like, Grinier exist. They pretty much, because it lets you, because they don't have shields, so it's just a free 50% reduction to armor. Push 2 to steal all their armor, too. So yeah. I definitely remember that being pretty nice. Alright, so last time we got the Mask of Pyrosta, we finished finding all of the bugs in the game. So now we have the bug outfit. Or, we have the bug shirt. I don't know if we have the bug pants. We do have bug shirt. And bug shirt flaps. Big wings and they flap around. Blazing Fernfest as well, yeah, that's true. So it already steals armor? I didn't realize it stole armor. Oh. Also adds fire, so 50% less of whatever they have left. So, you know. Only getting white screen. Oh, shit. Right. Right, yeah. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. It's only like 20% base, yeah. It's not a ton, but yeah, it's still, what, 70% reduction? Yeah, there we go. Anyway, evidence that we completed the worm. We now have the Squelchy worm mask. We found all the bugs, so we have the bug outfit. Which flaps as we walk. Or as we jump, I should say. Anyway, we are on the last of the climber quests. I believe is where we left off. Let's go do that. We have a couple other small quests to complete. And then we'll... They're small, they're actually the kind of larger quests. But yeah, we have a handful of quests to get through. And then we may even finish up tonight, depending on how promptly I get through things. We'll see. Should have enough to get around. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Whee! There you go. So yeah, we just take the big geyser vents up. Those will let us ascend. Got a little jank there. Didn't. Yeah, fashion is important. We must be stylish. Even in the heinous sounds we make. Actually, tonight's stream almost didn't happen. For fun reference. We were, our Sunday, Pathfinder game, when we ended actually technically on time for a change. It's a little weird, because sometimes it wants you to do the thing, and then sometimes it doesn't. I don't... Sometimes it wants you to hold the perpetual up, and sometimes it doesn't. It's a little weird. But yeah, we were talking about stuff, and Lynn got into some Lancer Reddits. And I was like, oh yeah, Lancer! I own that, actually, in fact. I own the core rulebook for Lancer. And we ended up talking about it. We're like, oh yeah, well, why don't we give it a one-shot and give it a shot, try it. I was like, oh yeah. And then ended up deciding more people were interested in it, so we've decided to wait a bit on that. We're gonna do it tomorrow. Lancer seems pretty neat. There's actually some really cool robots, especially in the Horus class. Or Horus branded robots. The Lancer is basically giant robots with magic. I believe he's right here? Yeah, right here. And giant robots with magic gets a little insane in the design setup. Cool book or cool book. Yeah, it is a cool book. I, in fact, own. Like there's one really insane one. Like it's just straight up insane design, like all the way through. All the horror stuff is really weird. But there's one that is basically just Gun. It's just Gun the robot. It's like an Evangelion style like mech, but it's got like a gun for a face. Its back opens up into a gun. It can literally fabricate. It's like every mech has like 2 or 3 traits that kind of just are constant passives that apply to it. And one of them for Pegasus is extrude gun. Gun. The description just says gun. It extrudes guns. It also has, as a default characteristic of the mech, it has an Omnigun. And the Omnigun can fire literally 1 free damage of it is unblockable damage. And it has a literal specification at the bottom of the description of the gun. It basically just does 1 point of finisher damage for free every turn that you get. And there is a specific note on the bottom of the thing saying that there is no rule, there are no rules or effects in this book or any future book that can override the effects of this gun. It is literally beyond all possible modification. It is just free chip damage all the time, forever. You are incapable of working around it. If you're in its presence and you have 1 HP left, you better pray to the fucking gods that he doesn't target you. It's just free damage, and you can like boost that thing up. It's real wild. It also has like oh god, instead of playing the video game, I'm talking about other games, but like straight up, it has like what is it? The Sisyphus module, which is one of its like top tier abilities, and the Sisyphus module gives you a reaction called probabilistic cannibalism, in which you roll 2d20 and you assign each die as X or Y. X and Y. At any point between now and your next turn, you can use a reaction to instantly change any d20 roll by any creature as long as they are detected by you. You can change their roll. Attack, save, check, anything, and it doesn't matter allied or enemy. So if an enemy crits, you can just throw that 3 you got at them. If your ally misses, just replace it with that nat 20. Get fucked. It's real gross. The Pegasus unit is insane. So good. I'm looking at the Baylor for our, if we decide to do a full campaign, I'm looking at the Baylor. The Baylor is just all nano machines. It's great. Like it's you literally just surround yourself with millions of nanites, and you just use it defensively or offensively. Like you can just make things take damage for existing next to you every turn. You can it automatically restores 1/4 of your health every turn, unless you have some kind of like impairment. You just passively gain 1/4 of your health back every turn. You can also overcharge it so that you deal twice as much passive damage. And you can, if you would take a blow that would otherwise fatally destroy the mech, if you roll a 1d6 and roll a 6, you can just glue your mech back together. It's it's a lot, and it also boosts your passive recovery to 50%. It's a lot. It's really cool. I want to play around with that so bad. All right, video game. Climber Dilhan. Hello there, Glider. What a view, eh? Dylan looks perfectly content, even happy, taking on a scenery alone. I gaze briefly out at the horizon. It is a nice view. So what are you doing up here? He laughs. What's it look like? I tell Dilhan that I've been sent by Zebi to encourage him to come back down and continue the journey together. Less frightening height. Dylan shakes his head. Zebi, what a killjoy. Here, have a look at this and tell me if you'd come down. Look at that beautiful beast. It's called the pink neck. Ever heard of them? Native to the Sodic Wastes, people say they're direct descendants of the creatures that came in the whale. That one's got a whole clutch of eggs right for the taking. And he just nods. I just need to figure out how to get them. Could I help you? Ask if there's anything I might be able to help with, given my status. I've been thinking the best way is probably to frighten the mother off with something shiny and then get the eggs when she's gone. You've been collecting masks, right? If you've got anything shiny and metallic, that might do the trick. I tell him I'll think on this and try to be of assistance. He thanks me and returns to bird watching. Wear a shiny mask. Unfortunately, the squelchy worm mask is probably not very shiny. So we're gonna go with the machinist mask. I think it wants us to go up to the bird. Right over this way, I guess? Because, yeah, there's the thing. Fortunately, unlike Monster Hunter, this egg quest isn't bad. This isn't a heinous egg quest. So yeah, I am definitely interested to see what I can do with the Baylor. Just pure, like, raw, superlative bulk. Want it. It's real mean. There's also the Minotaur, like, all of the Horus ones are just absolutely insane in design. It probably wants me to go... Try over here first. Yeah, another like weird Horus one is the Minotaur. So the Minotaur is funny. The Minotaur likes to it has an ability called the Maze. If you activate the Maze and are engaged in combat with another unit, if you hit them, they become slowed. And they have reduced mobility. If you hit them again, they become immobilized. If they are immobilized, you can hit them again, and they become stunned. They just lose their next fucking turn if they're already immobilized when you hit them. And it basically just plays into the... Yeah, you stand here and do this. You know, I don't think I needed the shiny mask to scare it. I'd, like, just landed on its fucking head. Also, Beetle Quest music. Great. Here's your egg. I hand him the eggs over to Dylan, who seems positively delighted. Would you look at that? Hate to admit it, but you might be a better climber than me. At least a better bird scare. Birds tremble before me. I suppose I should go back to tell Zebi. But before I do, you deserve this. That's like no climb I've ever seen. Certainly not by an amateur. Dylan hands me a climbing badge, and I thank him for it. See you around, Glider, and thanks. Say goodbye to Dylan. I mean, we did climb up a bit. I mean, we found... we found the chum egg. So, we did do some impressive climbing. So, somewhere. Zebby should be down here? Yeah, here we are. But Zebby isn't nearly as harried as when I first met them. They greet me warmly, and I feel their relief in my shoulders. Thank you so much for fetching Dylan for me, Glider. And really likes eggs, eh? I remarked Zebby how much Dylan seems to like eggs. Well, just so you know, the adventure is not exactly over. See, Dylan's not planning on eating those eggs, I hope you know. Quite keen on birds, and well, it seems to be the end of all this. He and I are going to end up with chirpy little triplets. Maybe we'll name one after you. I tell Zebby I think I'd like that and give a congratulatory farewell. Say goodbye to Zebby. Here we go. Meet again on less treacherous ground. The spirits, now Daredevil inside, has been satisfied. Maybe I'll catch you on another high point, eh? Say goodbye to Dylan. Alright, so that's the last of the climbing quests, I believe. Right. Badges. Yeah, it's all 3 climber badges. Yeah, 3 cartography badges. Yes, we have the cartographer map. So we need the children quest. We need to go buy the merchant badge, which means we need to go make money, so go fetch a couple crystals. Let's see, we need to sell scrap, and I believe we need need the last cartography balloon. And I believe, do we have all 5 Hikaric rings? Item. We have all 5. Six. My brain's mush, it's fine. Yeah, okay, we got the one here. So yeah, I think we have all of them. At this point, we're basically just gonna get that open. You know what? I should do this. We can warp here, I believe, right? Yeah, we can warp to the Geyser Tesser. So I actually want to head over this way, in fact, first. Let's go to the Hercules Beetle Nest. I have all the rings, so I'm gonna get this out of the way because this is actually a timed thing. So basically you get the quest started and then you have to come back later. It's like come back in like 3 days or something like that. So, I want to get this started at least. Up here, not yet. Mysterious Shrine. Oh, there's 6. I seem to be missing one. Every time I meet another machinist, my mind wanders to Saizo. I wonder if she's hearing of my travels, though. Whatever network, through whatever network connects their guild. I wonder if she's proud. I think for now, I also greet the stranger. Oh, I love meeting gliders. Come here, come here. What's your name? I approach her and tell her my name's Sable. Sable sounds a lot like table. You get that a lot? First time? Really? First thing I thought of. First thing. Anyhow, the name's Fur. Sounds like fear, right? Fear? I guess. Yeah, I guess that's the pronunciation. Sounds like peer, too. I guess. Anyway, I didn't call you over to talk rhymes. I called you over to show you something you're going to love. I'm pretty deep into historical stuff. Ruins, old-timey ships, old books, all the old monumentalists left over, you know? Well, recently I've deciphered a few monumentalist texts, which point to some sort of synergistic structure positioned all across the world, all different deserts. So, what do you mean synergistic? I mean that the texts suggest that they're responsive, more than simply statues or slabs of rock, whatever their form. The texts suggest their record data, or somehow interact with people. But I think it's something else, something way more fun. Ask what she thinks they are. I think they're games, see? We have this thing everybody does, where we look at the past and we assume that they were all work and no play. Because we all see, all that persists is this labor. Chips and logs and tools and things, but fun. Fun's ephemeral. Jokes disappear. Doodles get lost while art survives. So we lose it all, and we assume that they never had any. So if you've got the time and inclination, Glider, I'd recommend that you keep your eye out for the monumentalist architecture that seems suspicious or strange and responsive somehow. I'd say that a glider on a bike is a perfect person to test my theory if you're up for it. Sure, sounds fun. Good, thank you. I'll try deciphering my records. Report back what you find, please. And if you sort out the game, I hope you enjoy it. Tell her I will. Thanks. Good luck. Monumentals they became. Next they'll send us out for demon souls. Thing on? Yeah, there we go. Six. I thought that was 5. There's a circle. Alright, let's go get the last one. Probably missed the one around here. I feel like did I do the Dunbound one? Let's find out. This was the last one for me when I played. Did I unlock it but not like grab it? I feel like I got them all in here. I definitely remember doing the Badlands. Badlands is one of them. Maybe I opened one and then check inside. For some reason. Nope, I checked this one. Maybe Red Sea? Might have been in the Red Sea I missed. I know we just got the Sonic Waste one, so... Photographer's Balloon. Looking for a red dot. Difficult on a sea of red dots. You know what? Let's do the smart thing. Red Sea is right not too far from there. Okay. So the Red Sea one is right here? Let's go get that. Somehow missed one. Thought I got them all. Alright. Oh, there you are. Hello, noisy friend. Right one. Yeah, there it is. I see the first two. Yeah, somehow I missed this last one. Yeah, that's annoying. Oop. Alright. Go. Oop time. One more time. Weird looking cactus. Fine. Need to pay attention to where I'm going. Check on something real quick. Yeah, I was getting into robot designs. Okay. I don't know what that was. There's some really fun designs on Lancer. It was one of those, when the conversation came up, I actually didn't even... It took me a minute to realize what it was, and then I was like, oh yeah, I remember! But yeah, looking over some of that, there's actually some really cool art design for that. I definitely recommend checking it out. It's definitely got some good flavor to it. It's on, itch.io, actually. They have like a full, like, compendium and source information on their website, interestingly enough. It's pretty cool. They also have some, they definitely have some flavor in their compendium, for the Lancer compendium. Because, like, some of the Horus machines have, they have some interesting text boxes that aren't included in the book. And they definitely went for some aesthetic choices, for sure. Good lifesaver, Sable. That's all the inscriptions. The first two suggest there might be instructions to build something, I think? But the third part seems to be where all the good stuff is. I ask what she means by good stuff. The why and what of it all. Why are we building this, and what are we building? I suspect that that's a bit of a treasure hunt. You're meant to make your own prize. In which case, part of the game is solving the third clue. I think your work is done for now, and mine begins. Give me a few days, Sable. I reckon I can crack this soon. That's all fair. I'm keen to see what she comes up with, and we say goodbye for now. So yeah, we have like 3 days. We come back and have new bike parts. Alright, let's go head up this way. Did I ever check out the... Also, I did change it. Just being weird. Did I ever check out the... Yeah, okay, I did find all three. Okay. Because it might not show up if I don't check all three, so... I don't think that pink pool is anything of particular significance. Yeah, like it's colored water for some reason. There's definitely stuff out this way. Alright, so welcome to the scrapyard. There's lots of busted stuff around here. Although, I do want to do this, actually. We're here. We're in town. Let's do it. Trying to remember which of these is exactly the correct one, though. So basically, this whole puzzle is that you're supposed to follow the archers, which are statues riddled across this section of the map, that point you towards a whale statue. The whale statue is where you'll find Lulhur. I believe is right over there? Yeah, right there. I remember the plate. Definitely remember that plate. Now she's definitely around here somewhere. Oh, let's check up here. Climbing up there directly. Where's friend? Right here. Okay. Somewhere in here. Good access point. Right here. Have stamina to do so. It's been done on the first day. I've actually been kind of waffling about whether or not I want to stream Zeldas sometime soonish. Been having that itch. I've been sitting around staring at Twilight Princess and Dolphin occasionally, and just being like, I should play this again sometime. Maybe I'll take some time and stream it. I know that one's a bit of an oddity, much like, honestly both of the GameCube games are kind of a bit of an oddity, aren't they? As far as Zeldas go. Oh, that's not a pipe, that's a lid. Oh, there was something up here. Besides this. Well then, guess we'll check over there then. I know it's nestled in here in one of these spots. Yeah, there's the archer. Definitely remember Twilight Princess having a lot of weird moments in it. Also, I have an excuse to torment people with the Malomart theme. Why wouldn't you? Obviously. It's one of the most amazing pieces of music ever to come out in Zelda. Obviously. Yeah, okay. Not even like a chum egg here or anything. Might be one up there. Let's check up there. How much time am I wasting exploring up here? Let's find out. Alright, Simon, where are you at? How'd you get over here? Oh, whatever. Not gonna question it. Yeah, I pretty much expected this quest was just gonna be lots of scrambling up surfaces. Don't worry about it, it's fine. It's just kind of the experience here. I had to do a lot of shenanigans to get up here, because I definitely totally knew about the chum layer before getting here. I didn't, you know, go out of my way to find, like, the most annoying path up. Not at all. It's not really rewarding me exploring these extra nooks or anything here, though. Alright, so we know the pedestal is pointing this way. I think I see where it wants me to be. Guess we can, you know, run around on the top of it. Why not? I think it wants me up there. So... here. Space that is really ascendable. From where? Right here. I've been definitely feeling a little antsy about what I want to play lately. I've been just kind of having that itch to do something. I don't really know what I want to do. I know some of the stream stuff I have down, but like, there it is. That's what we're looking for, right there. I've just been not sure what I want to do with my free time lately, besides like Warframe and stuff. I'm thinking about maybe finally buckling down and getting through that SMT3. I own the remaster and all that, and I should maybe take the time to play it. The thing that puts me off on that game mostly is just the menuing is a little insufferable. Yeah, you have to pay attention to your pixie or otherwise you can have problems. Or, well, you miss out on some really cool stuff. Anyway. Like, the menuing in that game is just not great, I admit. It's the real guitar heavy here. Yeah, no, there's that. Like the menu is just... It's just so cumbersome to use, you know? Especially because I went and tried to play it after playing 4. And also, like, Digital Devil Saga avoids a lot of it by just having, like, 4 party members. So, yeah, you kind of tend to mitigate a lot of the problems by just having a lot less things to shuffle in DDS, despite being, like, games made at the same time. So, it's yeah. Also, it's just the hard... It's actually just balls out, like, just a lot of RNG to the enjoyment. Anyway. The stranger by the fireside introduces themselves as Lular, the famous fabulist. If I had any doubts that I would recognize the fabled Lular, they had vanished on the sight of her mask. Face turns. Looking for me, aren't you? Yeah, Atomic Priesthead's looking for you. Tell her I'm here on their behalf. I see them, Glider. You've come here to carry me away, to end my walk, make me talk about how I've gone astray. I'm not sure what to say next, and certainly not in rhyme. So I give a sort of playful shrug. Luna shakes her head and looks at the skies, her mask shifting away. I know why the priesthood wants me. Truth be told, I miss them as well. Waiting for the next verse, but apparently this is just talking. So what did you do for them? I'm a wandering fabulist, the poet's life of my choice. Priests ask me to spread safety and give their knowledge voice. Sighs. It rhymes, nice. So I like how it rhymes. Thanks me with a little bow. Priests give me a good life, I spread their word, and they treat me like a queen, but there's something wrong. I'm at an impasse. I smell something cooking. I don't know what that smell is. Like burnt popcorn or something? Doesn't answer. What's your name? I tell her it's Sable. Sable, as a glider, you might have a particular insight into what I am seeking. What I desire is to choose a path, and you are very much on the same journey. Do you think you could help me? Fabulous poet crystalism. Fabulous Crystallis. Maybe I'll see if like Final Fantasy 13-2 works, because I couldn't get that game to run at all. So maybe it'll be worth trying. Though I don't own Lightning Returns, so I can't really follow up on it. So, we'll see. Because yeah, on my last machine I couldn't get it to work, and apparently that's just a thing that happens. Maybe a fan patch for a rain at a certain level, though. Maybe. Yeah, no, my problem with that game was, like, the Steam version has, one of two problems with the PC. Is basically just this, like, unfixable issue that nobody seems to know what it was. That was, probably tied to hardware. And basically, you just had like a 50-50% split on whether or not the game worked for you or not. And I just happened to be in the latter category of could not. So, yeah, no, the game just kind of hated me, so not much I can do about that. I tell yes, but absolutely a secret may be bordering on doubtful. The Atomic Priesthood, however strange and severe, have given me a very comfortable life. I speak the truth, I spread their word, and that smell's really getting to me, if I'm honest. Like, it's really like burnt popcorn smell. I don't know why my room smells like it so much, because I forgot to put the thing on. You know what, I did forget to block up the thing, so let me try that. Yep, getting to the closer to the... I forgot to mute my mic. Getting up closer to the door, I can absolutely smell that, like, flavacol smell. For anyone that doesn't know, that's like the... Flavacol is the, that movie popcorn flavoring. You know, like if you make your own popcorn, if you get, like, the movie popcorn, there's always there's that distinct flavor missing. That's flavacol. You can actually just buy it in, like, cartons. That smell I can tell that smell through the door. But I can't from back here. I just smell the burntness of the popcorn. Yeah, someone definitely made popcorn. Anyway. Well, frankly, I stopped them being so bloody boring all the time. Crosses her arms. For that, they treat me wonderfully. I get anything I want as long as they use my gifts to convey their message. Sounds kind of stifling. It does. But it means that I get to live a charmed life, certainly more charmed than most who make their living telling stories and singing songs. Wonderful, really. So now I wonder, should I return to Ecria? I don't think you should if you don't want to. Oh, it dismisses me again. No, it isn't that easy, Sable, don't you see? I spent these weeks wandering through the vastness of the desert, traveling through towns and encampments, through ruins and wonders, asking myself questions, and I've narrowed it down to the 3 most significant questions, for which I have no answers. Perhaps you can help me. I tell her, yes, sure, of course, please. Thank you. You have a glider's wisdom. Laura draws me closer, and I look deep into the eyes of her mask. Sable, glider, what is the value of art? Is it spreading truth or spreading joy? It's quite a start. A little binaristic. Could be both. I think art is... Well, what is art? Yeah. I think what I value most in art is things that we can enjoy of it. Things we can glean of interest. Even if it's gross or terrible, you know? Next they'll say, are women bored? Oh, I love Disco Elysium. Oh god. The game is a treasure. I need to replay. Zior's been replaying it. I need to pick up my playthrough of that again. I started a Shivers playthrough, and I should follow that up. Zior, I also discovered Zior followed the same clipboard path that I did on my Shivers playthrough. I tell her joy. She nods vigorously. If all we get is one life, to live a little while, then it would seem a noble dream to give the world a smile. Fascinating, Sable. Really helpful. Was it? Next question. When you're faced with a challenge, how do you approach it? Do you value caution or safety? Well, I'm definitely not going to say that I thought that they were much the same thing. Instead... Safety implies that you may be avoiding it, whereas caution implies that you are still going to do it. One is to minimize, whereas one is to avoid. To determine that your pain is going to happen, whereas your pain might happen, and if so, what can we do to minimize it? You know what, I'm gonna say caution. I think caution is more important than safety. Caution, interesting. Didn't even have to think, perfect. I did think, but, you know, video game, it's fine. Time is fake. When I first left my home, I was bound for the sand. I knew not what I'd find as I walked this great land, but I knew that in going, I'd risk soul and skin, so I wore caution out, with fire within. New rhyme scheme there, I like it. Nods. Versatility. You've been so helpful, Sable. Thank you. The last question is probably an easy one for you, still on your gliding. Why do we explore? What drives us? Are we seeking our purpose, or are we indulging in our freedom? To be fair, this one gives me pause. It's danced around in my thoughts now and again, and not in so many words, I wonder. Is it my purpose as a glider to see all places, or is it to find my place? Think on it, and offer an answer. The purpose of such exploration is... think it's to indulge. Enjoy our lives. Seek out new lives, new civilizations, to boldly go and get fashion. We must develop our right to wear rotting worm carcasses on our heads. Interesting. She breathes in. Our hearts are so impatient things. They hate to be told no, so we seek out time, while we're in our prime. But it's space we need to grow. Little pauses after that. I hear the wind blow past, and then suddenly she claps. Well, that settles it. I think I've made up my mind, but I'll need another night or so to think on it. I'm not sure if she's going back to Ecria or not, and she laughs. I find myself liking her laugh quite a lot. I'll find out tomorrow. Thank you, Sable, for listening. You've been a very generous collaborator today. I feel quite refreshed. Take this badge, a token of your contribution. Oh, you get one of them here. I thought you got all three of them in the city. Okay, never mind. I mean, technically, this is part of the Ecrian city. Yeah, technically. The glider named Sable, the fabulous Lulu, shared something today on the sands. I put faith in her judgment, I'll trust in her brain, my fate in her capable hands. On her bows, I must admit, I feel quite nice. I feel quite nice having heard that. Thank you, Sable. I know we'll meet again. I wish her the best, and I tell her goodbye. I don't know if I helped, but I gave it a try. Oh no, she's got me doing it. Alright. So we just need to go back and talk to the priest. We've accomplished our goal. So, but for now, before we jump ship here, we have somewhere important to go. Before we head over to Ecria. Where you at? I can hear you sort of somewhere. There you are. I like the crystal hover bike. I enjoy its design a lot. It's got a good visual design. The feedback on you when you push the buttons is nice. You know? Important stuff. Whee! Want something real quick? Oh, okay. Sorry, just checking stuff. It sounds like we're gonna be... yeah, so our plans currently for our potential tomorrow game on with Lancer is gonna be we're doing a test run and then seeing what we like from there. If it seems good enough to run, then we'll give it a shot, trying to, come on. Maybe I have to take an outer route here. Is there somewhere... yeah, it seems like we're all just getting a generic mech. There's a generic brand mech that you can learn to play the game with. I was definitely expecting to take one of the simpler mechs to start the game anyway. So... but yeah, if we plan on doing the full one, I'm definitely going Baywatch. Nano Machines, son. That mech design's so cool, too. Like, the visual flair is just excellent. Clarity is not the strong suit of this area. How did I get up here? looks like there's some progression here. Okay. And there's a friend over here. Let's go get egg. I would like egg, please. Egg. I thought I changed off the Acria pants to something else. Oh well. Or the shade pants, I should say. They're Acrian pants. This is the shade. Yeah, I think I found the right direction here. So, I need to get up. I think I see where it wants me to go. Oh, there's an egg down here. Fine. Fine, I'll ruin my direction. Okay. This is fine. No, speaking of fashion, it's bothering me. I want pants. More colorful pants. If we're gonna have bright, colorful bug, I'm gonna wear bright, colorful pants. Okay, where I left my bike. It's gonna be where we need to go. Advantage of not calling my bike every time. You can just use it as a portable marker. I like this junkyard track. Spoiler alert, I happen to like a lot of the music in this game. I need to plug into words. I need to keep plugging away at some of the Cavallero stuff. I'm gonna get a couple of those arcanes maxed out for just general use. As far as Warframe stuff goes, I need to finish the Thrax stuff. More egg. Thrax is just a pain in the ass to farm for. Like, every time I've tried to pub it, it's been a disaster. You actually have to like go out of your way to like arrange times. You try to solo it, you're punished for going solo because the game gives you a lot less chances for Thrax juice. So it's just a pain in the ass. Ready for break. Yeah, here we are. This is where I want to be. Well, yeah, I need to do that. I need to get Paragale and... No, you want the, for, the Moonthrax. For the Varuna stuff is what I need. The regular Thrax is just whatever. You get those from doing, like, mobile defenses pretty easily. But the Luathrax is a pain. Particularly for solo, because it's the number of dudes that you can murder is thus increasing chances of getting it is basically squad +1. So you only get two 30% chances at Thrax. So plus whatever you get for doing the missions themselves, which I believe is 3 on standard. And you get 5 for Steel Path. You get 5 on Steel. You get 3 on regular. You get 1 on the lesser version. Nope, it's 3 for regular, 7 for 5 for Steel. I'm fairly confident in that. Oh, okay. You get 3 for regular, 5 for Circulus. Okay, you do get 5 for Steel Path. I was mixing the drop rate, those up. Okay, yeah. So you get 5 for Circulus and 5 for Steel Path. I don't know why I was thinking 3. It's weird. I was fairly confident. I knew Steel Path. Yeah, Steel Path you get 5. And then for Circulus Steel Path you get 6. Yeah, the drop rates are like a pain in the ass. But you get more drop chances if you play multiplayer. You get a whole bunch more chances if you play in a squad of 4 versus solo, which is just annoying. I greet the cartographer. Surprised you didn't hurt yourself getting all the way up here. I guess you're stronger than you look. You mean than I look? I mean, the cartographer to clarify what they mean. I mean, you look a little small, sort of silly, but if you got all the way up here, that must mean you have more muscle than it seems. Well, I suppose I have my answer. Buy a map? Oh, I don't have stuff to buy a map with. Oh, I'm too broke for this. Well, I can always teleport here. I forgot I was too poor for a map. Oh well. We can teleport anytime we want now. Oh, that's the important part. Alright, well, we need to fetch some money, so let's go fetch money. We need enough for, what, 2 badges and a map. So, alright. About 500. Let's go collect worms. Food off fashion, a cool bike, yep. These bug wings aren't cheap. They're 400 bucks, you know. They're like the most expensive top you can get in the game, top and bottom. Which makes sense, given, you know, they're animated. Mushrooms are 10 each, so 3 extra cash. All I have to do is walk up and hit the button. I'm not sure I was only got 3 for Circulus. Mush. Must collect all of the Squelchy bug. Squelchy bug prize. What else I've been doing lately? I've been trying to do, been making more effort, attempts at solo Fatalis. I think I've gotten my best go yet. Got it. Like, ended up completely bottoming out, but, you know, I actually might have been on track for victory if I hadn't gotten knocked out. I got 3 out of 5? Or 3 out of 4 of its Nova attacks. So I was actually feeling pretty good about that on that Fatalis hunt. I have also done it enough. I have done enough Fatalis hunting and failing that I have 3 out of 5 pieces of armor already. So, yeah. It's been an effort, to put it mildly. Fatalis is hard. A lot of the hard for me is the time. It's a lot of work to get it memorized. And I do a lot of stupid shit. So I'm used to taking punishment for playing the video game. Ugh. Oof. That's an adequate number of bugs. I think we have enough bugs. Let's start with getting over to Acria real quick. Let's go buy our merchant badges. Okay. It's fine. It's fine, don't worry about it. Perfectly normal behavior. It thought about not loading the map in and then decided to change its mind, fortunately. Well, I would like to see what you have for sale. Say 500. Yep. $500 is exactly what I need to buy all the things that I need to buy. Alright. Merchant District is... ways? Left ways. Look, if they didn't want to lose all their money, they shouldn't have been so willing to buy all of these bugs. Simple as that. Yeah, I'd like to buy a merchant badge. 2. Thank you. Goodbye. Alright, so we have enough merchant badges to get a merchant mask. And we need to go buy our cartography balloon. Thank you. And here you go. I get my money back. Bug. Okay, so there we go. We have a completed map now. I believe the only other thing in the Sodic Wastes is this thing. Not sure there's any actual other areas in here of significance. Besides the boat. And I believe that's the last boat as well. And then we can go do the whale, which is of significance. Alright. So... Whee! We made a pretty big cone of light around ourselves. So I believe this is where the last boat is. Which creeper when you need him? Go around. And over, and... right here. Money. Bug. Alright, so last of the main ship puzzles. We have a bunch of exploring around to do. I'm not planning on doing all of the chums. Comic disposal. Yeah, I'm not planning on all the chums if possible. Felix Pillar. I suppose before I go to the whale, I should dump off my crap. More egg. Yeah. Timed that pretty well. Alright. Scrap. The gloopy bubbly noise keeps getting to me occasionally. Like, there's just kind of moments where I'm just not expecting it. For some reason. Despite wearing this thing on my head. Alright, I hit the door lip. Alright. Oof. Ugh, the smell is making me hungry. Is there anything over here? Nope. Alright. We are now in the puzzle zone. Now 40% more puzzle. doesn't matter. I had some fun. Somehow my character, we had in our game session today, we had to fight two hordes of skeletons. So we had a horde battle where like the enemy units are kind of one conjoined unit. And we fought like two of them, and I somehow missed both rounds of my shots during that fight. I missed every attack I made on that thing. But on those. But I did start off the combat with a Rhyme Slick, because I have a couple like low-level spellcasts as a Magus. I have them backlogged because of items. I actually want it. Yeah, I have like a scant like couple low-level spells from between a magic item and my archetype being wizard. I've gotten I have like one like low-level spell on hand for that, so I used it and I picked up I used Rhyme Slick on the skeletons. So I actually ended up fucking up one of their attacks real bad, which was pretty great. Because, what happened was they just did like a big running charge on top of the ice and just slipped and fell. So I just knocked out like an entire thing and just got them to just fall on their ass instead of actually, you know, participating in combat, which was fun. I failed to stop them with the slick spell itself, but you know, getting them stuck on the ice was fun. I finally got Zegron at the point where he has Disintegrate as a spell, so I got to use that as a cold open. Also, I'm sure that there was some there might have been a dip on stream. My KBS just went spiked through the floor. So sorry if the stream got choppy for a little while. It's also, actually, it's still kind of down, in fact. It's still healthy, but it's not as heavy-handed as it probably should be. Yeah, I know it happens, but I'm just saying I was literally watching it dip down to like 100 kilobytes per second on upload. So I was like, yeah, sorry if that happened. I got no control on that one. I've actually had really bad internet the last couple days, so. There's not a ton I can do about that. Actually, I'm gonna wait. I'm not sure if I need it. This one comes in close enough for me to jump on it. I'm gonna do this though. That's close enough to get on the rock walkway. Should be good enough to scale that, so. But yeah, no, I got to cold open a fight having Disintegrate loaded onto a bullet. Felt pretty good. And just for transparency's sake, yes, my first Disintegrate cast in Pathfinder did 69 damage. It is of course worth mentioning. Yeah, currently the only two level 6 spells I have are nice and nice. I got the only two 6th level spells I have on hand are Chain Lightning and Disintegrate. I wasn't sure what we were facing, so I kept with 1 and 1. I cold opened with Disintegrate because well, we were fighting a Devourer? I think's what they were called. Basically, they inflict drain. I believe it's 4. Drain 4 will kill you. So, yeah. A thing that eats people's souls. I was like, yeah, my character's not really gonna sit around and wait for this to let it do its thing and approach. So yeah, let's just start with a nice hearty blasting. And boy, I have to say that those like level 1 spell slots have been really, really nice for my build. They have like absolutely been turning my build around on critical points. Because funny enough, most of the spells for like level 1 spells aren't actually that practical or scale up that well with the spell slots. And using them at level 1 is not very useful. But there is a spell that does not matter, no matter what I do at level 1. It's called True Strike, and it just gives me D&D, it gives me like 5e style advantage on my next attack. So, yeah. It matters a lot when I can only attack once per turn. So, yeah, it's been a good turnaround for my build to have that available. Cast Fist. I actually do have I in fact because my character is an automaton, I have ranged fist. I can shoot laser beams from my face. So, that is a thing I have. Although I do not have any kind of, like, upgrades for it. I just have face laser. So. It's basically my backup if I cannot gun for some reason. So. Rocket Punch sounds like a setup I need to have for a 2E character, if I'm honest. There's like a whole like dedication to having like a cybernetic prosthetic limb, and I'm kind of curious about giving that a shot at some point. It's actually pretty cool looking. I forget what it's called though. It's like Chrome Dealer or something like that. Video game. Sable, your security clearance has been updated. So here, proceeding to the whale. Unread messages. Recording 6. Text on screen remains a mystery to me, but this time I barely look at it. If it's lost to me, then so be it. I want to hear more. This time, Captain Singh sounds different. Older? Up and running for 15 local years. I think that's about 20 in Earth time. Radiation levels are approaching critical and only rising. Between that and the lack of breathable air, even our children's children will need protective gear to do so much as walk between ships. Deacon finally gave up the ghost last week. Age, nothing more, just time. We've been lucky that way, I think. I never gave up on a corporate rescue mission, I'll give him that. Stupid. Even if they were floating around up there. They have no way of getting down here. At least as far as we know. That stuff in the atmosphere? Who knows? Tim pauses for a moment, sighs to himself. Saren, I'll be shutting down your primary functions in order to preserve power. You'll be booted up once every few years to try and send some long-range comms, but that's a job I leave to future generations. But this way you'll have enough power to sustain yourself for a few hundred spins around the star. Hell, maybe more if anybody can figure it out. There's a break. I think it's over. Sorry things ended up this way. I had hoped better for us than be stranded on a planet that wants to kill us, but won't let us leave. Maybe you'll be able to make sense of this one day. If anyone asks in whatever century, tell them I tried my best. Now I need to go take care of my people. For what it's worth, sir, I quite like the masks. Sing laughs. It's sad, but sweet. Thank you, Saren. Thank you for being here. Goodbye. The recording shuts off, abruptly leaving me wondering. I take a minute to collect my thoughts, and then I say goodbye too. Here we go. Now we must go find the whale. And the whale is all the way down here. But first things first. Let's go hand down our scrap and see if we can't get that last badge. Actually, you know what? We're here. Well, nah. Let's get the scrapper mask first. Let's do this there, or see if we can anyway. Hey, Alton. Got any good scrap? Yeah, here. And everything, and he hands me a third scrapper badge. That's what he came for, then, eh? I tell him I came to give him scrap, but this is a rather nice little bonus. Like the attitude. Scrap's the real work. Badges are what's the word? Nice to have. Useless, on their own at least. But, like this scrap, you can melt them down into something decent. A mask. You'd make a pretty good scrapper apprentice, you know? If you can find someone willing to take it on. He laughs. I'm kidding, you're good. I'd be happy to have you on my team someday. I take the final badge from Alton and thank him very earnestly, which I think he really hates. Well, don't get all weepy about it. It's not some big moment. I'll still be here if you got scrap to sell. See you around, Sable. Say goodbye to Alton. There we go. We've acquired our prize. Is someone running up the hill here? Put him up. Why are you down here? Okay. Peace out, one. Let's go grab a few masks. I think this leaves actually the only mask missing out. What, 1, 2, 9, and we have 1, 2, 3. Alright, must be 3 more masks. 4th one coming up. Like, am I missing one? I think there's 14 masks, right? What am I missing? Oh, I know what one I'm missing. I just realized. Okay, yeah. The thing we literally just got access to have. That last Saren log just unlocked the last mask for us. Forgot about that. Let's get the Scrapper's mask. Yeah, so we got these 3. We'll go talk to the kids and get the kids' masks. The last entertainer badge. And then we'll go investigate the whale. And that'll get us the last of the masks. That'll also get us the one of the 3 secret bike parts. 3 major secret bike parts. The good secret bike parts, I should say. The good secret bike parts are the thunder crystals, which we have, the whale bike, and the ancient bike, which we have to wait for. Show pan to regular clothing. Suddenly we're not a bug anymore. Alright, well, now that we have a bunch of masks, I suppose it's time to change up our outfit a little bit. How does one not appreciate Bug? You know? The most important thing. The worm. I really feel like the intent that they wanted for that was to change the mask you're wearing. But I just didn't figure out how to get it to work that way. So we have the scrapper mask, which is like a Lego brick. We pick up the climber's mask, which is chameleon. Little floppy little crest. And we got the merchant mask. Is the kind of boring wooden one. I'll go with the scrapper's mask. Sure. I like this look. It's a good one. Alright, so we got that settled, so need to deal with the children, and then we need to deal with the whale. Let's deal with the kids first, and then we'll check around for I'll go see if the mysterious ruins are done or not. I think it's been like it's been what, two in-game days since then. Might not be a ton more of the game left because I'm not intending on 100%ing this. I'm definitely standing on the encouraging people to play this game on their own time. It's very good. Even if it's not, you know, the best game anyone will ever play. Meaningful one. Greetings, Glider. We don't know what you said to her, Glider, but we are grateful that you said it. It was returned with renewed passion, and we credit you. Thank you, Glider. Be safe. Farewell, Glider. I think you told me when I talked to it, that she didn't come back. Interesting. I think I only made like one choice that was different in my playthrough than from my original playthrough. Apparently showed up here. Interesting. The children. Children. Like... persuasiveness of the worm, yeah. You can blame it all on the worm. Huddled children giggle as I approach, the way children do. You're never quite sure whether they're entertained, nervous, or mocking. I decide to not let myself feel judged. You're a glider. What do you know? I saw your bike. You can tell by your clothes. I'm psychic! You got me. You wanna play a game with us? Sure. Yeah. The game is hide and seek, you know it. I think I know it. I told them I used to play it with a young friend of mine back home. They don't seem particularly interested in the story. I've never felt so old. Good. You're it. You know, we'll go and hide, and you have to find us. I'll tell them to wait, and once I, the great worldly wise glider, cunningly track them down, I know that I can call them out if I don't know their names. Well, don't be sure you'll find us. This is our town, remember? By the way, I am Paula. Yeah. And I'm Nez. I'll tell you them, I told them my own name, and then Paula points at me. Are you ready, Sable? You have to close your eyes and count to 100. No peeking and no skipping, and count slowly. I would never skip. Maximize account. 900. Alright. Let's go find some children. Oh, I missed something. Hello. Found me? Are you sure you counted all the way to 100? Yes, yes we did. Alright, so we need to find Nez and Jeff. I know one of them is up that like that little like terrace area. That I know. There you are. There's Jeff. I thought this was a really good hiding spot. You're smart for a grown-up. I take the compliment. Alright, so I found the other one. The other low landing one. Higher up one. No. I think Jeff was the last one that I found. I accidentally stumbled into... See it right here. I think it's right here. Right. Here. This stuff. Little like terrace space. Yeah, right here. Hello. Aw, did you find me? You found the others first. Yes, that means I win. I found you all. Doesn't that mean I win? No, I think I definitely win. Anyway, you're pretty fun for a grown-up, so you can have this badge. You need 3 of these, and then you can wear the entertainer's mask. Thank them for the game and the badge, and say goodbye. As I leave, I feel a small pang in my heart. I miss Simon and the rest of the clan. I don't know what she'd think of me taking up the entertainer's mask. Alright. We have the last mask that we can collect, conventionally. But save that as our last little task. For now, I believe the last 2 things that I really want to do is get the bike parts. This. Because they are neat bike parts, even if they're not great. Alright, they're over here. Alright, pal, it's been a little while. Got anything for me, Fear? Hello. Upon seeing me, Fear, a ball but leaps up with excitement. Sable, I've been waiting for you. I've decoded the final inscription. We were right, it was a game, a race, and you completed exactly as intended. You know what that means? I'm really fast. Well, I mean, technically it's not a measure of speed, it's more about completion, but I'm sure Simon carried you quickly. He barely registers with me that he uses Simon despite never being introduced. I don't get a chance to bring it up before she goes on. There's a prize, a real one. Once you complete the race, the Great Pillars reveal the text, translate the text, and you get bike parts. Incredible ones, older than any design I've ever seen. You must try them, Sable. You must. If I can fit the parts onto your own bike, then I'd, if you'd like right now, yeah, sure. Go for the white. I like white. It's my jam. So yeah, they're not very good when next to the other stuff. The bike shakes her head and shrugs, but it's in a nice way. The way you do something so grand and beautiful and awe-inspiring. Can't help but feel a small, sort of casually useless in its shadow. This bike is wonderful. I tell her I agree and thank her for the opportunity to ride in an ancient race. I also explain that in playing the old game, I felt more connected to the past than I did hearing drier bits of history. It's great, I mean it. I don't know if I'm just a romantic or something, but I always have a hard time connecting to the past without connecting to the people. Strange for a machinist, isn't it? Think about it. I suppose it is strange for a machinist, somehow. But I find it comforting too. There leaves room for all kinds behind all masks. Well, if you want to keep the bike and bring it into a new era, let's see how the world changes. Changed while it was sleeping. I don't ride much myself nowadays, so it'll be in good hands with you. I get to be smug around the other machinists, which is all the reward I need. I thank you for generosity and go on. What's up? Yeah, it's a cool bike, it's just not, you know, fast. It handles well, though. Actually, it turns really well. Turns white when it rides, blue when idle, and red when it's not being ridden. So yeah, it is a really cool bike, though. Alright, so we got the last bike. Well, actually we have one more bike to check out. It's the speediest bike. Oops, all speed is coming. This is all handling. Oops, all speed is coming to us in a whale near you. It's definitely one of the more consistent sounds. Bikes. A lot of them make a lot of weird, inconsistent kind of noises. This one's a pretty consistent hum. A weird charm in it, chime in it. I just haven't seen the whale yet. Dominates the landscape, honestly. And I'm flush with cash right now, so... We could see it, it's just reddish color for some reason. Lighting, I guess. Off sound, but that's fine. So, the whale. Take my marker off because we don't need it anymore. So yeah, it's a big old ship. Seems like there might have been a mess at some point. Something on. Is over here. My bike was fast enough to make it. Pig. I know for a fact that there are definitely more than two chum eggs left in this area. That I am certain of. Should be able to find them. Scrap. You just cuts. A lot of cuts. In theory, a lot of cuts? Significantly less cuts? Uh, 20 maybe? I sold 750 and I got like 0. I don't know what happened there. It's fine, I have a lot of money. There's not really much left to, you know, enthusiastically be spending it on right now. I don't think there's in there. One on that side though. Yep, flat. Might be. I check the other side. Might be an access port on this side. No. So I gotta find some other way in. Maybe over there? Maybe like the wraparound. Have it. See anything over there? Oh, hey, jump. Yeah, there's a lot of space to explore around here. Crap. And yeah, another chum. There's a whole bunch of stuff in here. The big prize is upstairs. We're playing a Mario game. You gotta scramble around all the corners. Oh. Okay, there. It gave me 20, but the number displaying is just absolutely ludicrous for some reason. Saw the 20 go up this time. That's weird. We found a rather nice amount of money. Alright. Yeah, it's gotta be some kind of wraparound here. I know there's one up above as well, so let's try it. I'm mostly worried about hitting the 60 threshold, if I'm honest. I know there's one around here somewhere. There's one up. Rafter section, right? Let's grab over this way. It wasn't the rafter section, was it right here? It might be right here. Still want to explore the rafters a little bit. Yeah, I still want to explore the rafters. Oh, okay, there's a 60th chum. Cool. There we go. One last stamina upgrade for us. go talk to Saren. I encounter a strange luminous figure. Greets me before I even have a chance to be frightened. New user found. Hello, please enter your new username. Myself whispering my own name. Alright, Sable, you have an account. Let's ask. And the ship simulated anthropomorphic registry. Yeah, we've been through all that. I'm not entirely sure. Most of my data modules appear to be corrupted and attempting to fix what occurred. Transferring the ship's log to your inbox. Yeah, it's all the same stuff we've always seen. You've recovered all available data modules. Thank you for your assistance. I am upgrading your security clearance, granting first level access now. Upgrading level. I think if you get like half of them, it gives you the first one. I don't know. I can scarcely believe my luck. I asked Saren if they're really for me. You may do what you wish with them, Sable. I see no need to preserve them any longer. Thanks, Saren, for everything, and I say farewell. So, the T-posing suit. The whale ship trousers. Lightweight and form-fitting that doesn't feel like it's more than an extra layer of skin. Whatever it is made of is unclear to me. Made from unrecognized material, consistent at comfortable temperature. Whale ship mask. The visor of the mask gives clarity and visibility. I'm not used to it with other masks. The air tastes cleaner whilst I wear it. So. Yeah, we got a spacesuit. Scrap. Cash prize! Gimme. Yeah, something tells me there isn't much left of the stream. We've pretty much knocked off all the big stuff. Alright. Take a whale. Kept in the whale for an incomprehensible long time. As it switches states, the mechanisms glide fluidly in a satisfying fluid movement. Preserves the whale. The front of the bike is made from similar looking metals molded from precision. With precision impossible for humans to replicate. The inaudible vibrating hum emanates from the sleek surface of this part where you put your hands on it. It feels alive to every subtle movement made by the driver. But yeah. So we have all the masks except for one, which we just need to go cash in for. No, maybe I won't worry about the rafters. Honestly, there's just like money and stuff up there. So we're not really finding too much interesting content or anything up there. Just stuff. Yeah, I'm not too worried about the stream being on the short side. We were expecting that with this one, honestly. So stop by the chum layer. Then we'll go to Burnt Oak. We'll get our mask. We'll sell off our stuff. You know what? Actually, I want to do a quick pit stop at the vivarium. If we're gonna show off the last few bike bits, then I may as well go purchase the important ones. Go buy the bug parts. We have the money, we may as well spend it, right? But, you know, ham in a bar. Oh, I didn't notice these guys showed up as you know, get more of them. I greet the Queen Chum. She asked me if I have the eggs for her. Yep, deliver the eggs. A little slug again. I'm not sure how I feel about the nickname Slug, but who am I to question a being who can telepathically project their thoughts into my mind? You hear me now. I hand over the eggs with a bit of hesitation. Oh, little slug, do not fear. You do me and my den of chums favor of enormous magnitude. We adore you. I guess since we've done all the stuff, but yeah, I didn't notice all the wiggles. I never noticed that somehow. I've never perceived that there are a bunch of wiggles in here now. we go. Whole bunch of stamina. Alright, this has satisfaction, 20 more. Hey, oh, Wiggles. They respond if I whistle? No. I'm taking a moment to appreciate the Wiggles. And the drums. This is a fun track. Like, legitimately fun music track. Let's go over to the vivarium. Make our last real purchase, dump our scrap, you know. And then we'll pick up the last mask and go see the finale segment, I guess. Can't really think of... Yeah, that's it. Oh, I didn't do the eye to the sky. It's a time-based one I don't really feel like fighting with. I'm not gonna worry about it. It's an you know what, I can head over there to show up the set piece. I don't really feel like solving the puzzle, I admit. Here you go. I have all the bugs. There we go. I made all my money back. Okay. So, right, the watch is over here, right? Yeah. So let's go over to Marrow Station real quick. Let's show off all the bikes we just picked up. We got the whale and the bug bike. Actually, what time is it? Actually, you know what? Let's go to Ecria first. I gotta buy it. Like, you know, if I'm doing all the other stuff, I gotta buy it. It seems obligatory. Like, if I don't own this bike, then I have to. Right there. It is mandatory. Alright, yeah. Alright, he won't deal with me if I'm not wearing a mask. There we go. Alright, we now have the Shade Bike. We have our very own, fuck the police mobile. So, alright. Hello. Oh right, I need to talk to... I'm sorry. You know, let's do the smart thing and head over to Burnt Oak. Yeah, Mr. Entertainer Mask over there. It's got, some stuff. Oh, you know what? Let me see if I can't... You might actually have the visual bug. That actually happened now. The last one's gotta be done this way. This is how I experienced most of the masks. Intensely blue. I don't know if it's a render bug or something to do with just the enclosed space. I'm not sure. But yeah, because I always just defaulted to bounce back to Burnt Oak. So yeah, I saw a lot of... Like, I saw this initially, but because of the way the stuff happens... this, like, the colored ribbons, it's a little more impactful when the only color is blue. You know? So I thought that was, like, the intended way to see it, but no other mask cut does this, nor during nighttime. So why not? We got all the other ones looking proper. You can let the last one be this way. The lighting is not fixing. I'm not seeing the lighting fixing. Well, let's put on the last mask. There we go. Makes like a little kind of a dull bell noise. Yeah, I'm just gonna fast travel to the marrow real quick. Should fix it. Oh wait, I forgot to sell my scrap. Damn. It's not like it's a big deal. We're just making money, which we don't need at the moment. Yeah. Yeah, to be fair, it is nighttime, so... Alright. So, the machinist should be over here. Alright. Okay. So, unfortunately, bug parts are just stick with the default bug parts. The standing problem with bug parts is that you might notice if I change the color, only the wings change, not the base part of the bike. So if I change any of the other parts, they'll look goofy and out of sync. So, bug parts. Bug bike. Damn, because I like bug bike. It's good looking, it makes excellent noise. It's a shame you're kind of just stuck with the base color, because, yeah. No, and over... I feel like the change of factory up. This one. That's the Batman bike. Doesn't really have any visual distinction about it, other than it's got like a bunch of nodules on it on the front. That's about it. Nothing particularly great. That's why I wasn't really jumping out of my skin to get my hands on it. Well, it looks great. It's, you know, not that awesome. Okay, it does one cool thing. The part opens up when you round. It's kind of neat. I like that. It opens up like horizontally if you strafe. And the last one, whale bike. I actually like the electric energy style paint on it. Oh, whale bike. Whale bike's real fast. Yeah, it's big and pointy and it looks kind of neat. And it handles really badly and it moves really fast. Okay. And then the ultimate bike type is this thing. Like, yeah, it's not the fastest, but it basically is the best you're gonna get out of all the parts. Closest you're gonna get, alternatively, is without compromising speed, is this thing, is the electric crystal. For the whale bike. What's the whale bike gotta offer? Yeah, the whale bike has more speed at the cost of a bunch of acceleration and handling. Yeah, so it goes, it moves well, feels comfortable. You spend 900 cuts on it, and boom, you have the bike to end all bikes, unfortunately. Kinda sucks. At least mechanically speaking. It doesn't have the cool factor that some of the other ones do, though. It's kind of a shame. Like, I really think the whale one should be better than this, but whatever. But I think we're gonna stick with the crystals. I think crystals have served us very well. I think they deserve their time in the light, don't you? Crystal bike is very good. Yeah, I think crystal bike served us well. So, we have 2 things left. I'm not gonna take the time to solve the watch. We have all the masks and everything, and it's... all we get out of it's basically a machinist badge and some cash. Maybe a die. I do want to show off this set piece. Even if I don't intend to solve it. I think it's worth looking at. I like the little bell noise. It really jingles when you run. So it's a solarium. Sun and the moon. Orbit. Hey look, there's a really big one now. It's a pretty cool set piece, honestly. But this is one of those, like, real time-heavy puzzles. You have to be at a certain place at a certain time with a certain puzzle activated to get the stuff open. I think I know what this attachment is. I don't have the... Yeah, I know what this opens up. But yeah, I'm not that worried about it. I believe this nets you the machinist pants. Complete it. was like, wait a second, did I really solve that already? No, I got the thing activated. Okay. So yeah, basically it wants you to, like, line up stuff with the lights on this puzzle element here. It's a little futzy. I actually ended up kind of slightly brute forcing it. Let me see. We're doing this time of day thing. Let me check real quick. Doesn't take much, then I'll roll with it. Azure dye. Got more bike paint. Yeah, I knew there was bike paint here. Alright, Sean casts. There's a thing here. Oh, do I have to like run over and activate all the all the buttons to make? There's a thing that's supposed to, yeah. It's basically you hit all the buttons, it pops up a little sun, you stick the sun in the thing over here, and then the door opens. You have to do it in like time context, yada yada. Anyway, I just thought it was worth seeing the set piece before we went on our way. You know what? Yeah, I think I'm gonna let's put on our outfit for the finale segment here. So that's the watch. And that pretty much just leaves heading back home, right? We've acquired all 14 masks. We've done basically every side quest except for finishing up the watch, which I admit, I just, yeah. Timing puzzle I just don't feel like doing. Got what? As many chums as I got, a few less chums than I got on my original go. Let's see, we got most of the bike parts. There's just stuff we didn't buy that isn't super useful. Got both fishing rods. A good chunk of the clothing. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna. It's important. We get the clothes and the mask. Alright, did I ever actually... Oh, I never checked the post box! Right, you have to check the post box before they actually show back up. I forgot about that. I did all of the other things except go to the post box. Hello, Sable. Oh, you recognize my voice. Johnny. The very sound of her reaches into my chest and curls warmly, cozily around my heart. I'm only kidding with you. One never forgets the voice that was assigned to them chores. I hope you've been enjoying your gliding and seeing the world at your pace. I expect you've been good and well behaved on your travels. Debatably. And I hope you've also tried a little bad. Not rude or unkind, but I hope you've bent a few rules and known the small joys of sneaky little secrets. Perhaps I have bent some rules once or twice, or possibly I've just felt like I have. Which I think is probably the best part of being a little bad anyway. I'll be brief, Sable. Even though my heart could pour itself out for hours, I don't want you standing out here for too long. We've returned to the Ewer, all of us. Our period of grazing has ended, and we're back precisely where you left us, though I think a little calmer than we were in the last few days. There's absolutely no rush to return, and if you're having a wonderful time out there, I hope you keep it up. The gliding is yours to extend. But if and when you are ready, know that we are waiting for you with arms that will welcome you regardless of your decision. Now, I should go. All's giving us a little poetry reading. I bet you're sorry to miss that, See you at the gliding's end, at the Ewer. Take care. The recording ends. I still whisper a goodbye to Jotty as though she can hear me. It's difficult not to feel pulled to go to her, and to them straight away. But I can tell even in her tone that there's no undue pressure or a poorly hidden hope. When I'm ready to end my gliding, I'll go back to the Abexi. Well, I may as well. Is there any bike parts I missed? Oh. Here, have a butterfly for the road. Thanks, bud. Have a good time. And your beetle is very cool. I like the bug. Bug is very good. It's a good bug. Alright. You know what? I know what I'm gonna do. I think I know what I want. It's only the right way to hand this off. One last ride, I think. You know? Fishing, you say? Yeah, instead of to go the angle, I think we should take the long way. We can catch one more fish for the road. I wouldn't mind. Man, the crystal bike is so good. So really enjoy the design. I think it could only be improved by having like a little light trail on it. The lightning zappies are cool, but I think a little extra light would have gone nice ways. You know? Quick hop. Catch one more fish for the road. With our huge bar. One dopey dart. And one bar. I believe that is the fence point. Yeah, there it is. Here we are. One last ride through the doors. And into home. As the Ibex camp draws closer, the imagined threshold between home and gliding is palpable. It reminds me of coming in from a sandstorm so fierce that the grains have whipped through the air and through your clothes. You peel off the layers of sand-beaten fabric and marvel at the dust on your skin and the bits that manage to get through despite every precaution. And though you feel so grateful to be home and so comfortable by the safety of the indoors, you can't help but smile nostalgic as you wash the sand away. What an adventure you had, and it was only for you. Am I ready to choose my mask now? No going back if I do. I think I'm ready. But am I really ready? Yeah, I think I'm ready. I know what mask I want. Definitely feels a bit sillier with the rotting worm husk on our head, but still a charming scene. I greet Saizo. How do you do, clan child? Talk about Simoon. How's your companion? I would have been lonely without Simoon. Of course, the desert can be desolate and sparse place. Traveling with a partner is the only way to keep the mind at peace. What will happen to Simoon? It's almost time for Sima's gliding. Simoon will likely accompany her across the dunes. I feel a pang of melancholy as I think about losing Simoon. It hadn't happened one day. Nobody truly owns a bike in the Abexi, but is merely accompanied by one. I'm grateful to have at least had that blessing. I got lots of your machinist friends. Gesticulates on a worm. I tell Saizo I met a lot of her friends on my travels. I know this, and I hope that they were good to you, and to Simoon. I tell her that I tell them they were, and she seems to take a bit of pride in that, which is fair to see in Saizo. Some really great machinists out there. I like them a lot. Do you think I should choose the machinist mask? That's because she thinks I should wear the machinist mask, so I might join her order. She crosses her arm, takes her time to think. Some will tell you that the life of a machinist is lonely. It isn't. Not only because we're assigned to clans, who so often welcome us in their number. No, it's more. It's because we're never truly alone. As you were never truly alone in your gliding, you went to Simon. Think of the moments where I sat looking at some map or hiding in some foul weather, or trying to get over a sudden bout of very powerful homesickness, and Simon gave a little hum that I could feel up through my leg. You have a very special bike, Sable, went along with Saizo. As you returned, I sat on the tower and heard Simon's purr grow to a roar, and in the traces of those who had worked to help give her shape, she speaks with many voices, now in that resonance. Saizo seems to shiver. That's why we do what we do. So if it appeals, then I can only recommend it. Thanks, Saizo, for our counsel. Simon, you came back. Presses her arms, a challenge. I tell Simon I had to come back because when I left, some minuscule little beetle-hunting, part-stealing menace threw a fit about it, and couldn't stop crying because she missed me so much. She nods. Yes, Johnny took it very hard. Absolute shit. I can't help it. I laugh, and think in doing so, I let her win. I tell her I missed her. I missed you too, Sable. I'm happy you came back. Though I can practically see the pout beneath her mask, I'm impressed at how genuine she's able to sound. Even if you don't end up staying long. Gonna cry if I leave again? Ask Emma if she's gonna cry if I leave again. I don't think so, for two reasons. Got some off on her fingers. One, because it's already happened once and I'm used to it. And two, because as soon as I go on my gliding, which I'm going to stay on forever, so I can just go on my bike and chase you down wherever you go. Tell Simon she can't stay on the gliding forever, and that she'll have to choose a mask. Then I'll choose the mask of a bounty hunter. I'd say that isn't a real mask. Yes, it is. I say it's not. She shrugs. Guess you didn't find it. I tell her no, it isn't real, and if it were, I would have found it. I don't think so. It's really hard to find, and that's part of it. You have to be a hunter. You have to be hunter. The hunter. I'm ready my response, but choose to hold my tongue lest I lose the maturity I've gained on my gliding. Emma makes a broad gesture, and I think it's meant to emulate the knocking of an arrow and a bow. Good luck, Sable. I think I'm choosing the beetle mask. What do you think? Ask about the beetle mask. I think you look pretty silly, but you look silly in every mask. Good, love that. Missed this one, definitely. The writing is just—it's so good, you know. I think I would be a little like getting to play all the time. Have a lot of pets. Plus, maybe you get to speak beetle language. I always see beetles go up to each other and do dances and click around and hiss and everything. Maybe they're saying things. If you want to speak beetle, you could do that. I don't know. All masks are different, and it's not really going to matter once I'm on my gliding. I get to visit you. So that means come and bother me. If you're bothered, that's you. I'm gonna come and visit. I can't help but laugh. I tell her I'm looking forward to it. Speak beetle. Hello, Sable. This is something I want to discuss with Driss. How's the clan been? Yes, Driscott's been managing the clan while I was gone. Chaotic as ever, which I think you should be pretty happy about. That's just why he thinks I'd want that for him. Because it means it wasn't you. Well, of course it wasn't. Out of respect, I decided to tell Driss that it may indeed be him who is the heart of so much chaos. Instead, I simply assert it clearly wasn't me. Well, you never know. You're still young, and youth usually comes with its share of chaos. Or at least it should. Anyhow, you're off the proverbial hook. How nice for me. Thinking about the Scrapper's Mask. Let's go what he thinks about that. Scrapper's Mask. You? Really? I'll tell you, Sable, I wouldn't have you pegged for it. You've always had quite the imagination, haven't you? More of an inner monologue. Yes, well, I think that's a good trait for a scrapper. You need to be able to see the beauty in the scrap, you know, and that takes a very creative brain. I think a lot of folks see scrappers and think that they're just rubbish pickers, you know? But if you can look at something old and dream up something new, I think you've got it, and I'd support you every scrap of the way. Thanks, Driss. I'd like to relitigate the sandcutter incident. I asked Driss once and for all if on that fateful day of my gliding, he had actually forgotten to help me without my bike, and if the test ride on the sandcutter was a sly cover-up. He cocks his head. What are you talking about? You know what I'm talking about. I told Driss that he knows very well what I'm talking about, and he shakes his head. No idea. I remember the whole bike thing going very smoothly. Plus, you took that sandcutter out and didn't even get a little bit on fire. Great stuff. I accept Driss's response. I suppose even the gliding cannot be the answer to all things. Driss is also still a shit. Well, Sable, I've much, so good to have you home. I've thought about you so much that I've imagining all this excitement. Every time we passed a cliffside, I thought, I bet Sable's just hovering everywhere. What do you think of the Climber's Mask? Ask along what do they think about the Climber's Mask. They lined up straight away, which I think I should have expected. It's a brilliant mask. It's a lot of, there's a lot of good masks, obviously, but climbing? If you ask me, the worst part of the gliding is, end up losing the perpetual stone. Hover forever, to fear nothing from heights or falls. That is an uncommon freedom. And you have to let it go. To me, climbing is the closest thing one gets to keeping the connection between oneself and the perpetual. Just as the stone does, it banishes fear and risk. To explore the world's great vertical spaces with knowledge and fortitude. I think it's a great mask, and probably would have been my choice if I had not fallen so much in love with the Abexi. I thank Halal for his thoughts and the stone they gave me so long ago. Have you heard of Lula the Fabulist? Of course I have. Not much for travel, you know, but not 2 years ago I made a special trip to Ecreatus this year. Why? So I met her out in the desert, and we spent a whole evening talking about life and poetry. I think I might have inspired some original work. It's amazing. So you think... Sorry, I'm so excited. So you think it's possible that next time I see her, she might actually read a poem that you inspired? I say yes, that's quite possible. Now, that is the gliding. Who cares what mask you chose? Yeah, you got to hover around the world, and you inspired Lula the Fabulous to write a new poem. If I were you, I'd put on my retirement mask. I'm done already. We laugh together, and it feels really good. Welcome home, child. You've been taking care of yourself. You're rather bony. Are you well? Zeki fusses over me, as she would always look for the reasons to care for us. No, that's no good at all. Not at all. We have to fix you up with some of Johnny's lamb stew. I'm involuntarily salivating at the thought. It's good to be back. Where have you been? After you left, we headed to the older Abexi campsites, places we used before you were born. Going back, it was beautiful. The land flourishes when you leave it for so long. Each place transformed with life, abundant with things to forage since we were last there. Once we leave the Ur, we will not be coming back for a long time. It needs time to recover from nourishing us.
What if I choose the entertainer's mask? So you are busy with the young ones on your gliding. Everybody needs a bit of levity now and then. It's an important part of life, valued by many. But you know that the Abaxi are not in a position to accommodate such trifles. Fun and games are just that. If you pick this mask, you have to find a richer clan to join. We can't afford it. I hope you think carefully of what the mask you chose, Sable. Hi, Sable. Strange how children change so much over such a short period. Valeria has grown, but she's always a child to me. You've grown. Valeria subconsciously stands a little taller and prouder as I say those words. I can't help but smile remembering all the times adults would say, "Oh, you've grown," to me as a child. Well, you've not grown at all. I haven't just grown, I can climb way higher now. Zeki hates it, it's great. Not all growth is external. It feels like a hollow defensive statement, but it's also true. Valeria doesn't look convinced. Time will leave for her gliding soon, but at least you'll be back now. I don't have the heart to tell her that I might not stay with the Abaxi. There's still time to decide, so I hold back. But lots of climbing. How high did you go? Touch a cloud? If I had a gliding stone, I would definitely touch a cloud. I revealed that I got a climbing mask. Laria would vibrate with excitement and jealousy. Can't believe it. You have to choose it. You choose it, right? I mean, why wouldn't you? You just be silly. I don't think I can get a word in here, just to let Ilaria effusively speak for a while, enjoying her passion, something so particular. Being a climber is a pretty solitary experience for the most part, mostly foraging for things that grow in higher climbs, fixing for salvages from ships in high places. But the sights you see, the places you get to go, feel like a continual gliding at times. Will I be comfortable at those heights without the gliding stone? And these are Farmer Andrus. Welcome back. I don't remember the last time I heard Umar speak. Maybe a yellow warning, but never to converse. It takes me a moment to think of something to reply. How have you been? He shrugs silently. I think that's all I'm going to get from him on that. You miss me? He emits a low grunt and it sounds like a chuckle. I think that it means he missed me. Alright. Being back with the Abaxi is more comfortable than I expected. I thought the gliding would change every part of me, and I would come home different. Perhaps more mature, or more jaded, or at least I grasp more of Driss's jokes, or Halal's poetry. The actual change is more subtle. It's that somehow, despite spending so much time discovering the world beyond, I've never felt more like a part of this clan. It isn't about being a Abaxi or which mask I ultimately choose. Simply that I no longer feel so behind everyone. But like, I've known some grown-up secret I yearn to understand. I feel embraced, fully as the person I am. Sable. So, now we've heard your stories at least, the ones you're happy to tell. That means it's nearly time now. Daddy sighed, and contented. I suspect that she was more concerned with my experience of the gliding than the grand choice at its end. For that I'm grateful. Are you ready to choose? Am I? Maybe I should choose the Abaxi mask. Well, you're welcome to stay with us. I know that there's a lot of pressure choosing something else. And so much that sometimes it feels boring to choose the very mask you started with. But all of us were gliders once. Certainly not all of us were Abaxi when we started. But those who walk in hoof steps and seek our freedom in the desert. We know movement, the flow of migration, the joy of changing skies and shifting sands. We embrace difference and celebrate connection all at once. Proud to be Abaxi. You may be too. I thank Jody for putting it so nicely. She leans in for a whisper. And if you aren't, you can still come and visit, I won't tell. I'm ready to choose. She nods. I won't keep you, Sable. If you know what you want, then all I desire is to learn what that is and celebrate it with you. I'm allowed to be excited too, aren't I? Whenever you're ready, proceed to the temple. Now we've talked, everyone. Alright, I think we know which mask I'm picking, so... Let's go dress for the occasion. Right. Right, we ditched the bike now. Our zappy friend. Done us a lot of good. And a lot of jank. Very well, friend. Then I had to go and sneeze and ruin it all. Let me up here. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Yeah. Had to have my little extra fun here. That's what this game's about, honestly. Little bits of extra fun where you can get it, you know? So don't mind the mask that we're wearing. It gets duplicated, so, yeah. So, all of our masks have been taken off and shoved onto these little pillars. I think the one's worth poking our nose at. Actually, I don't know, did I actually look over this one? I want to choose the atomic mask. On the downside, I may be a few hundred years too late for the job. But on the plus side, I look really good in it. Still, probably not enough to turn into a whole calling. Should I really choose this mask? Eh. I've seen the Abexi, the Worm, and the Ecrium, and the Shade mask. Here's what I know about the Sandworm mask. 1, the last wearer died. 2, I found it in a reeking cave near the body of its maddened creator. 3, it appears to be made out of the flesh of baby sandworms. Is the mask I want to choose? Sure. Sure. Second thought. So yeah, it's like, I think it's like one of the only ones that makes you go like through like 3 prompts before you choose it. Unfortunately, there is no special text for the worm mask. You just kind of pick it up, put it on your head, and leave. It's actually a bit disappointing, if I'm honest. I was hoping for some kind of weird reaction or some little extra commentary, but nah. The only extra commentary you get is, am I really sure I want to wear the weird worm mask? I was like, oh. A little upset about that. I want to choose the Ibex bag. Would I be happy staying here with the Ibexi? Ugh. I think actually, is there a flavor for the Angler? No, there's not even any flavor for the Angler mask. To be fair, it was added as an update. It is extra content. But here is this one. And obviously my favorite. Not intended, but alright. But I want to choose the Shade of Ecrium mask. Yeah. The greatest piece of knowledge I received in my gliding was not from any one person, but from all of them. And is that there was no nobler task, and indeed nothing more vital in this world than helping people. Beyond whatever machinations and economies maintain, their careful balance and structures of their lives, support and kindness and empathy must be at the core. The shade of Ecria cuts everything else away. The shade seeks only to right wrongs and help those who need it. They seek to change the world for the better by being better. They make a difference, a real, tangible one. They live outside of everything else. Maz walked that path. And what's more, he did it with grace, until he found a new calling, and he was forced to put the shade aside. Perhaps I should pick it up. Yeah, I think I will. I don't know how I'll explain it to Jody, but I suspect she'll understand. Let us be the shade of Ecria. Let's dedicate our lives to scaring the shit out of cops. So good. We can no longer fly. Float. We will break our knees and die if we fall too high now. We've grown up, we've picked our job, and our job is to be a better version of Batman. That's what growing up was all about. So yeah, that's Sable. So yeah, Shed works. Daniel Feinberg and Gregorius Kythers. There's mainly two guys in a shed that they eventually got more people on team to deal with. And then Sable jumped off and remembered the whole gravity thing. Yeah. So yeah, it's a good game. It's a cute little game. It's about, you know, growing up. That wasn't the most obvious thing in the world. But yeah, it's jank, it's a little goofy, but the writing is just phenomenal. I really cannot say how much I adore the writing in this game. Also, that is a complaint I have. The ending credits theme is like 4 minutes long, and it just cuts off right there, which kind of sucks. It should just play over the title screen, I think. That bites. Anyway, yeah. It's a goofy, kind of jank little indie game. It's sometimes goes on sale for like $10. Wow, short credits. Who'd have guessed? Is originally a game made by like 2 people in a shed that got some more people attached to it. Who'd have thought? But yeah. No, I definitely recommend this game, and I definitely recommend picking up the soundtrack. What is this shit? I've seen XCOM. It's like half an hour. Yeah. See any Kickstarter game without like proper scrolling? Proper scroll speeds, the skip button, and the credits. Yeah. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed Sable. This game, I played it over the holidays, and I'd actually been wanting it for a while before then, and I just happened to have gotten it for free. And I just couldn't resist playing through it, and I had a blast, and it was exactly what I wanted it to be. And yeah, I played it for like 2 hours and knew immediately that this was something I wanted to stream because it was kind of perfect for, you know, what I tried to do around here. So yeah, it's a cute, excellent little game that I recommend a lot. Um, it's on actually a bunch of platforms like Steam and GOG and stuff, so you're certainly not bereft of choice if you want to pick up this game. Definitely highly recommended. Um, on Friday, more Saints Row. Zior's been doing some stuff behind closed doors. He has decided to make some changes. So look forward to that. And on Sunday, I think I'm gonna do Leela Skyark. I have streamed Resolution before, and I'm gonna give this preamble again at some point. But you know, Sunday probably. But Leela Skyark is a prequel to a game that I love to death. It's another one of these weird indie games. Um, uh, called Resolution. Resolution with two eyes. It's a game that is about exactly the title implies. Um, the graphical definition of resolution. Um, I love the shit out of that game. Actually, it was really good. And I definitely streamed it. Um, so if you're looking for context, you can always dig up those just streams. Although I might be on the shitty microphone back when I did that. Um, that game has like my favorite video game area ever. The Sea of Flesh. The Sea of Flesh that invites you to play D&D with it. It's such a good. It's so good. Oh god, I lose words just describing how wonderful I find that entire sequence. Especially because it's a sea of flesh that is overwhelming knights of the round, like Arthurian round table robots. It's so good. Anyway, Leela Skyark is a less good prequel, but it's still fun. It's fun and colorful, and it does a lot of some of the same things right. And it's definitely trying to be a smaller, quirkier experience on that front. So, yeah, look forward to that. Leela Skyark is a good time. It took me 7 hours to 100% the game. I'm literally missing one achievement, and it's a missable achievement, but I have otherwise 100% of the game. So, yeah, it shouldn't take long to stream. Be like 2 streams total probably to get it done right. So, with that, I'm gonna wrap up stream an hour early here since we've finished our game here. And I'll catch you guys later. So, thanks for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed Sable. And our buddy Simon. So, good night.